Hello, everybody, and welcome to 48-hour Archeck round 96, which means that we hit 100, not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday. No, I can't math. Not next Thursday, but the Thursday after, right?
Am I cutting out a ton?
Yes, you are.
Am I cutting out a ton because it's
You are cutting out.
This has never happened, by the way, where I'm like watching it and suddenly cut out. So that'll be fun.
So let's see. 96, 97, 98, 99. 100 will be February 25th. So 2 Thursdays from now. This month we are going to hit 100. With all of that being said, hopefully you know the drill. Emily, what have you gotten done in the past 48 hours?
Okay, let me add. Aha, okay. So, you remember the Powerpuff Girls as mermaids?
Yeah.
So I decided it just wasn't vibing, and I just started over for not any reason that I could have just solved by tweaking, but I just decided I'm going to start over. It's going better.
Okay.
It looks basically the same, but it's going better. So, yeah. And then I did do good on what I said I would do last week. Today's Thursday. Last 48 hours ago, I started drawing a blue-footed booby. So yeah, that's about all I've done. Although I have done some research on some stuff that, okay. I'm going to, can you see me? Okay. So I'm going to start a mini comic.
You're sharing it.
No, I'm not. A mini comic, like a little baby one. Because I want to dip my feet. I want to dip my feet in it, and it's gonna be spooky, and I want to have it done by Halloween. And it'll be about the Beast of Gévaudan, which don't look it up. I'm not gonna tell you how to spell it, so that you can't look it up. Because I'm basically just grabbing history and urban legend straight from it. I'm not like being super creative with it. So, don't go look it up. If you want it to not be spoiled, don't go look up the Beast of Gévaudan, because it'll kind of tell you everything. So, I don't know how big it'll be. Hopefully not very big. So it'll be itty bitty, hopefully. And I've never done this before, so I don't know how long it will take. So yeah, but it'll be creepy. It'll be scary. It'll be spooky. And it'll be fun. So yeah. That's it. And I started looking at, like, I have to do research because this is like a really old story. So, and figure out what parts I want to include. So I've been doing that.
I love the blue-footed booby.
Thank you.
And there's excitement in the chat surrounding it.
Yeah, that's my little sister. She's the one who was like, can you, I talked about this last time, that like my little sister was doodling it. And so yeah. Oh, and I got my hat.
Yeah.
So yeah. It's really comfy. I've got crazy hat hair under this, so I'm not taking it off. But yeah, I got that, and I got the little gray beanie, which I was wearing earlier today. It's got my logo on it. So now I got like a summer hat and a winter hat. It'll be great.
I'm excited.
I'm wearing a summer hat right now, but whatever.
I'm excited.
So, yeah. What'd you do?
So I'm in, I don't know if this, like, if people have started like kind of projects before, you know that you can't just start the project. You have to get your life to a point where you can start the project.
Yeah.
And so I have been catching up / getting ahead on all of my visual work for school, So this way I can actually do stuff. But one thing that I'm proud of is my case study.
Hey.
So did I show that I redid the elephant chat logo? So I made
Maybe?
all of these. I didn't make the mock-ups, but I threw all my stuff into mock-ups. So tech, elephant chat, pet paint. Here's the tech logo.
Yeah.
Pet paint, elephant chat, and then I redid elephant chat.
Oh, yes. Okay, so I remember seeing that, but you didn't say that you redid it.
Yeah, so basically this is like the day that I actually did, but then I wanted to redo it.
Oh, do you know what? Okay, you did say that you redid it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good.
But it wasn't last week, so I forgot. Yeah, because I remember seeing that logo.
Yeah, and then there's that. So I'm pretty proud of that. My friend had to help me out on the writing bit of it. I struggle with writing for case studies, but all of the visuals and everything, I did all that, took the pictures of the sketches, found the mock-ups. I took the picture of the skyscraper on the front. So I don't know. I hate InDesign for a lot of reasons. And I will never tell my professor this, and he actually has said he doesn't even know how to find our Archeck unless it gets sent to him. But I don't hate InDesign as much as I did before. I am starting
you
to
don't want
see.
him to know.
I don't want him to know. I am starting to see a very slight benefit.
Yeah, the merit that it has. Yeah.
Paragraph styles are very convenient.
You know that Illustrator has paragraph styles, right?
Screw InDesign. Nope, never mind. I'm back on the screw InDesign train.
You don't
I
need
didn't know that
InDesign anymore.
No, I was gonna say.
I would say that I think InDesign might have more intuitive paragraph styles. I can't remember because I usually use character styles in Illustrator because often do I write like tons of paragraphs, right? But there's both. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the grid. I liked the grid, but you can make your own grid in Illustrator. And then I liked paragraph styles, but if you can do that in Illustrator, then
Yeah.
forget it. Sorry.
InDesign is really amazing. Pages and page templates. And
that's fair. If I was doing spreads,
yeah,
I think I would appreciate InDesign a lot more. I personally don't like spreads very much because I feel like mobile viewing, it doesn't make sense. If I have to print something, I think InDesign would be useful. But like personally, I don't like spreads very much. So when I have to make a magazine, I'll, deal with InDesign possibly. But
I love print material. So
oh yeah.
But I do stuff in spreads in Illustrator all the time if it's small. InDesign is meant for huge stuff. I've worked on now. And so I can see why I need InDesign. But yeah, a lot of stuff. If I'm going to do it small, Illustrator.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide if I like the glasses because you can see the reflection.
Yeah.
And it's driving me nuts, but also it makes me not get a headache if we're on for longer than like an hour and a half. Last thing, because I forgot completely, I've been updating our Archeck titles.
Nice.
So like some of them, like this one's a speed round, but like basically they all have numbers now, and you'll see that the description is in all of them. And so I've been kind of messing with that a bit because we're nearing 100, and every so often, so like here I missed it, I'll fix that, but like every so often I kind of get this random thing of like I need to go check and make sure that like our numbering is correct. I have like this fear that like we're gonna hit 100 early. Like I have this like massive fear because it was split up on mine and Caitlin's channels for a while.
Yeah.
And so if you go all the way back, people will notice I'm missing half of the content. I'm probably missing about 25 art checks. I don't think it's that many actually.
Yeah.
No,
like that makes sense.
Yeah. You jumped in when I hit 50. You were here for 50.
Yeah, around 25.
Yeah,
it's just weird realizing like how many I've been here for, I guess.
Yeah, you've been here for, so I have 82 live streams, including today, and today is 96. So I'm only missing 14, but I'm missing 14 of them. So I don't know if I'm going to download them from Caitlin's channel and then put them up. This is next to Archeck. I gotta stop. I'm sorry. I'm skipping ahead. Challenges. Sorry.
Oh, we
Challenges.
haven't talked about challenges. I don't know. I really just want to play video games. I don't know. I'm like kind of predicting a little bit into the future of what my challenges are going to be. I really just want to play video games. I want to watch people play video games.
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting some work off by doing research, which it is important, right? But like, I think it's stopping me from doing some stuff. Having talked to Kerr, he's.
Oh, you talked to him?
I chatted with him, and it wasn't like the crazy like level of like, hey, you need to blah blah blah, right? But like, yeah, he gave me some resources. He's like, I don't know. We chatted for a little bit. By the way, we're gonna have Corey Kerr on here for we were gonna have him today, but he has a sore throat, and you talk a lot in this show, so that matters. So he'll be on next week on Thursday if everything goes smoothly. So yeah. Anyways, I talked to him.
I wasn't sure when he was gonna come on.
Yeah, Tuesday didn't work, but Thursday does. So yeah, I don't know. Distractions. I want to do other stuff. I almost talked myself out of doing stuff today, and then put on a stream, and it was easier to just draw to that. So yeah, I don't know. Not like crazy stuff. What about you?
I got some weird friend stuff going on, just some social stuff. And I don't think it's necessarily a challenge. It's one of those things where, like, when you get excited about a project, you want to just immediately jump in. But I've crashed and burned too many times.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I've learned. I have played with the fire and gotten burned. And you know what? If anybody is watching this that personally knows me, know that I have had character development. I have grown because I want to do this project right. And so it takes setting up. And for me, that's boring. Like, I would rather just hop in. Yeah. But I gotta do stuff. And yeah, anyways, that's like a challenge for me. Yeah. And it's not like a challenge. It's like, okay, I'm getting my life ready so this way I can start doing mini projects again. I'm getting my life ready so that way I can start doing projects, and that's great. So it's kind of a challenge, but it kind of relates to, it's a weird, I don't know where it would fall.
Exactly what you're talking about. Because like a month ago, I was like swallowing fire and then breathing the fire. I was bathing in it. It was so much fun. Yeah. But it's also, you need to take a break.
Yeah. This is crazy. Yeah, you hopped in around. Wow, I forgot that Iris was on the show for a little bit.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Sorry, I have finished updating all of this stuff. No, I forgot that she was on the show for the first few. Our first time having Kerr on the show was around 16.
Was I in that one? No, I wasn't there that early.
No, we had
50 together. I pay attention, I promise.
You came in for the first time. It looks like round 47.
Oh, so close.
So actually, on Tuesday, you will hit 50 episodes.
Wow.
You personally will hit 50 episodes.
I didn't think I'd be so good at being steady at something.
I didn't think I would be either. Holy heck. Looking back on it, I'm like, wow.
I remember being invited, being like, I have to commit to something like that. Oh my gosh. It's okay. I'll just start once a week. It's fine. It's fine now.
Yeah, I think
I was like, oh.
Caitlin's last art check was around 55.
Time, man. It's a construct. Like, I believe it, but I also can't believe that was wow. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, it feels way
Yeah.
longer and shorter than that.
Exactly. Like, what is that?
Oh yeah. Anyways, next art check. What you gonna get done?
Gonna do significantly more progress on the Powerpuff Girl thing. I would like to surpass where I was before I started over. I just wasn't feeling like I wasn't jiving with it, and I was feeling like if I keep going like this, I'm not going to finish it. It needs to turn around like that, or else I'm not going to finish it. So, I don't know. I might finish it. I'd like to get further. And just like more stuff, but I'm not sure what yet. So, more. Yeah.
Awesome.
What about you?
I want to be set up to start by Tuesday. That's like my end game, like last possible day I want to get started is Tuesday. I have Powerpuff Archeck girls.
Oh, this fits with the theme.
Ooh. So I have 3 plus 8 is 11. 12. I have like 14 homework assignments that I need to do
what is
by
this math
Tuesday. Sorry, I have 14 homework assignments that I need to do by Tuesday. So I got to figure those things out because I need to get ahead, which means I probably have about 18 homework assignments I need to do.
I literally just got shivers. I saw myself in the webcam. They were visible. Yeah. Just thinking about all that homework. That sounds stupid.
Yeah. And it's electives, which is so exciting.
Which is like, are you having these moments of like, why did I do this to myself? Or
I've considered dropping out of college a lot because I think electives are stupid. My personal opinion. If anybody ever wants to hear my opinions about college, I have them. I really have them. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I got freaking 18 or something homework assignments to do, and I have to get them all done before Tuesday because I'm setting a personal goal for myself. I need to be ahead so this way I can do my project.
yeah.
Because once I get behind is when I stop. Because that will be the first thing to drop. And so I want to avoid that. So it's not necessarily art, but it is, however, sorry.
I'm gonna prop myself up.
Okay.
I have a box.
Ooh.
Wow. Cool.
Fancy. Anyways, it's one of those things where it's not art, but it's something that needs to get done in order for my project to start.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's fun. Anyways, our topic is nostalgia.
Yes.
What year were you born?
95.
95. So you were
Where
born
that all the movies took place in.
Yeah, you were born 4 years before I was, but I grew up with 2 older siblings older than you. So I think you and I might have more in common nostalgia-wise than people think.
Yeah.
I genuinely do, because I know I'm 99 and people are like, 99 kids aren't actually 90s kids. But my older sister is 8 years older than me. My older brother is 6 years older than me. My younger brother is 5 years younger than me. So I grew up in my older siblings' age gap because that was like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
I grew up with more 90s kid stuff than people will give me credit
Would
for.
assume. Yeah. Okay.
So you start.
Okay. Well, so I got this idea because we were like, what should we talk about? And we're like, I genuinely don't know. I was listening to a stream and they were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! And they were like, oh, you remember the episode where blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't remember this episode. Partly because I thought Yu-Gi-Oh! Was a boys' show. So I watched a few. And then I got embarrassed that I was watching a boys' show. And I stopped. And then as an adult, I was like, I'm going to educate myself on what I missed out on. Yu-Gi-Oh! I watched Pokemon because I thought it was okay that girls watched Pokemon. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is way better than Pokemon.
Different children.
I very much was like, oh, I'm into this, but I'm a girl. So
That's funny.
I stopped watching Yu-Gi-Oh so much because all of my friends that were girls were like, I don't know what you're talking about. And all the boys talked about it. So Yu-Gi-Oh is way better than Pokemon. Way better.
Never watched Yu-Gi-Oh.
I loved Pokemon, and I'm going to give it what it is due. Like, I have a Pokemon duffel bag that I got when I was 8, and I still have it, and I still love it. And, like...
Pokemon on VHS. There was something Pokemon on
I
VHS.
like, oh, yeah. Yeah.
I think I say Pokemon wrong. It is Pokemon? Pokemon?
I mean, they say it in the show, they say Pokemon, but...
Oh, cool. I say it right. Okay. Continue, sorry.
Pokemon. I barely pronounce the Pokemon. It's just quick. Anyways, Yu-Gi-Oh is amazing. Way less... The characters are less stupid, basically. The cards are way cooler than... Oh, no, I'm not going to say that because Pokemon are awesome. And I love the Pokemon. And they're awesome and adorable. But it was just... I missed out. I should have watched Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid. And I always have in my head of like... duel. Like, that's always... Anytime I think of a D word...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, disaster. Like, I just... Anyways, Yu-Gi-Oh was good, all right? And that's what I started thinking about that. I was like, why don't we just talk about, like, TV shows we watched as kids or whatever? And I was like, I can't think of anything else right now. I'm just thinking about Yu-Gi-Oh! But then you started...
Did you watch Power Rangers?
See, I didn't watch... That was a boy show.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, see, yeah, my parents hated that. So I was the most tomboy. For Halloween... I dressed up as Indiana Jones. I dressed up as Peter Pan. I was the red Power Ranger with muscle suit.
Nice.
I literally was like I was always the boy costumes because the boy costumes were so much cooler than the girl costumes. And I hated girl shows. Like, I was anti all of it. I didn't like princesses. I didn't like any of that stuff.
Yeah, I dressed up as... I got into spooky eventually. Not eventually, like, well into... Like, I've been into spooky for a long time. But, like, before that, I really went hard on, like, the fairy princess type stuff. And
I have something to show you.
And, yeah, like, TV shows that I watched was definitely, like, the girl version of, like, we're selling a toy for this. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, like, I liked Trolls. I know that Wix is like a big thing right now, big like hot topic because they redid Wix and it's like really whitewashed, I guess.
Oh, okay.
But I watched Wix for a while. Eventually I didn't have TV anymore, and so I'm sure there's more seasons of Wix that I never watched. As
I don't even know Wix.
Wix is like, these girls are like, they discover their fairies or something. There's like this magic fairy school. I remember it being awesome. But I don't exactly remember much about it. On the same vein, Totally Spies. I was into that. Do you know Totally Spies?
No. I am paying attention. Oh, okay. You ready? This is going to make you so happy.
Okay.
Because you love seeing pictures of me little.
Yeah, I want to see it real bad now.
This is me as Indiana Jones.
Baby.
Little baby me.
Little baby.
On Halloween. So, anyways, there you go.
Oh.
So I was listening for everybody that was like, oh, she's looking at her phone. I was listening. I knew that would make Emily happy.
Yes, and it did. Okay, so... what shows did you watch?
I was into Power Rangers Mystic Force, Power Rangers SPD, Power Rangers Dino Thunder.
Oh, okay. I remember hearing about the Dino thing.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there were other shows, but now that you mention it,
and all of the Rangers had different superpowers.
Were they different people?
Yeah.
Oh.
What was the other one? Power Rangers Space Patrol Delta, but then there was another one. and it was super weird and like trippy. I don't know. It was a guy with a talking. No, maybe that. This is gonna drive me nuts. Oh my gosh. Oh no. I'm sorry.
What is it?
There was a guy with like, oh, this sucks. Oh, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Literally any Power Rangers was what I watched. Power Rangers, Dino Thunder, Power Rangers. Holy heck, there are so many Power Rangers now.
Or there more than you thought?
Now,
more than I thought. I thought there was one.
Mighty Morphin Power. Yeah, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That's what I was thinking of. Anyways, that was like my jam. That is what I watched religiously. Other than that, growing up when I was like little, my dad watched movies with us a lot.
Yeah.
And then as I grew older, my family just like stopped watching movies. Like I've missed out on all the classics. Like I've never seen Forrest Gump. I've never seen. Yeah, there's a lot of movies that like people get like upset that I've never seen, so I've been catching up on it. Power Rangers was cool.
You know what was so cool?
I was made fun of in school for watching Power Rangers because it was a boys' show.
See, I was too peer pressury. I'd be like, oh, people think I want to be like I'm a boy. I can't do that. So
my parents
like that.
My parents got me a Power Rangers watch. And I don't know. Have you seen any Power Rangers?
It's live action. I know that.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, some of them they like hit their watch and they're like, "It's morphin' time." Anyways, I was the kid that had the Power Rangers watch, and I was convinced they would like I would become a Power Ranger, and like that's what I would play pretend in my backyard. I was waiting for the day that I would become a Power Ranger.
I pretended I was a mermaid. I would pretend I'm a fairy.
See, but here's the thing. The girl Power Rangers were always pink or yellow, and I hated that.
Okay, though I do hate like the girl version is pink. Like I don't see a pair of drumsticks. Hurts me. Honestly, a big pen that's pink hurts my soul. Pink is my favorite color though. Like legit. What?
I'm losing my mind in the chat, sorry.
Is it I was gonna say is it that? I know madame.
Corey, I have looked into Gazbot's channel. He was on your guys's either Archeck or Artcasters. I watch Artcasters sometimes. He was on one of them, and then I was following his Instagram, but I don't think I ever got to his YouTube. So, but I did know that there was somebody that covered Power Rangers, and when I deleted my old Instagram account, I lost everybody that I was following. So I'm gonna go follow him again. But yeah, that was like it. And then what movies? See, that was literally it. Like I would watch Power Rangers, and then I would watch shows with my siblings.
There was a time where I watched so much. This isn't a movie. I watched so much Powerpuff Girls, and I watched so much Scooby-Doo.
See, I wouldn't watch Powerpuff Girls because it was a girl show.
I'm going to tell you right now that I know that you didn't watch Powerpuff Girls for the reason that I didn't watch Power Rangers but flopped. But I need to tell you right now, you're missing out. It is as an adult, it is fulfilling to watch. It's not a stupid kid show, and I didn't pick up on this as a kid.
Okay.
But as an adult, I'm like, this is freaking great. This is great. So like there's definitely like it's not like innuendo stuff, but there's stuff that adults would find funny.
Okay.
So like one of the bad guys is this magician dude that like accidentally like killed himself or something and a trick gone wrong, right? And then there was an accident. His name is Abracadaver.
Okay.
Like a cadaver, you know, like a dead body. And like there's just lots of really funny things in there. And there's like this one episode where they all like decide that they don't want to be themselves anymore. They want to pretend to be other superheroes in their comic books. And they're like made fun of different actual comic books, but they're called something else. So like Blossom wants to be Wonder Woman, but it's not called Wonder Woman in the thing. It's called like Lady Justice or something. And like she's got this lasso. Anyways, Buttercup wants to be Spawn, right?
I'm gonna look up the power of. You're asking me. I don't know.
Spawn is an actual character, right? It's either
Girls.
Spawn or Spore.
Is Buttercup the one with yellow hair?
No.
How is that a bad question?
That's Bubble.
I'm sorry.
Are you kidding me?
Which one is Buttercup?
The green one.
How? How is green Buttercup?
He's sassy. I don't know. Like, you're supposed to know that.
Okay. I grew up. I was a rebellious child. Sometimes I feel bad for my parents when I was younger. Older stuff, I don't feel bad at all. But
yeah.
When I was a little kid, I grew up with an older brother, a younger brother, and then my older sister was 8 years older than me. So I grew up with boys.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to hang out with my older brother and his friends and like all this stuff. So I absolutely hated Nick's anarchy against the fact that there should be boy stuff and girl stuff. And I thought it was stupid. And so I was like, I'm not going to watch girl stuff because that's what society says I'm supposed to watch. And that's awful. And I was like freaking 6 or something.
But there was legit girl shows. There was Totally Spies was awesome. Yeah. Powerpuff Girls is legendary. Okay. I had a Bubbles cake, by the way, because I had blonde hair as a child. This is my natural hair color now, but I was blonde, like really blonde as a kid. And my eyes are blue. So it was like, I'm Bubbles. Also, I was really sweet and I cried all the time if somebody said something that hurt my feelings. Also very much the way that Bubble behaved.
Okay.
I'm more of a Buttercup now, I would like to think. But
my favorite
now. But
we just need to hang out and I will watch Powerpuff Girls with you.
Yeah. It's on HBO Max, I'm pretty sure.
I don't have that.
They've got the Cartoon Network. They've got some legit stuff on there.
Did you watch Johnny Test?
No, I didn't.
But do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's.
See, Cartoon Network was banned in my house, and so again, rebel me. I would, when my parents weren't home, I would like kill to watch Johnny Test. I loved Johnny Test.
Did you watch Kids Next Door? That's about
a
kids
little bit.
Spies.
Yeah, a little bit. That
when you turn 13, you're a bad guy. So it was like adults and teenagers; they were bad guys.
Yeah. That was on Cartoon Network, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would watch that when we would go to my older brother's like best friend's house. Like I guess like we were all family friends at some point. My life is before the age of 10 and then after the age of 10. There's like divide. So it was sometime before I was 10. And they would have it on. They would have on Kid Next Door and then Ed, and Eddie.
See, my mom was very strict. She was like, that show is a stupid show. You can't watch this. So she was like, you can't watch Ed, and Eddie. It'll make you stupid. You can't watch SpongeBob. It'll make you stupid. So I didn't see SpongeBob very much. And I've seen SpongeBob since being an adult and I could do whatever I want. And it's a good show.
Yeah. You see, when you were growing up, was My Little Pony like nixed, like taboo?
My Little Pony.
Growing up, My Little Pony was like nixed. Like nobody would watch My Little Pony. Like I don't even know why it was a show you could get. Yeah, but just like in general, like nobody watched My Little Ponies. Like at least where I was from, if you watched My Little Pony, it wasn't even if you were a brony or not. It was like, why are you watching that kid show? Yeah, I don't know.
So when I was a kid, that show that like that show that bronies adopted, right? I was a teenager at that point. So I didn't watch that. So but like they were toys built on a TV show. So like people still made movies about My Little Ponies. It was just a lot smaller. It was like did you ever see like McDonald's movies? Yeah, so it was about as sparse as that. So they existed, but they were infrequent. Or like Care Bears had like movies, right? But they didn't have a huge ongoing big TV show. They just had movies every now and then that featured the toys. I liked Care Bears, by the way.
I never watched it.
Yeah, McDonald's had a TV show with like the Hamburglar and
oh
yeah,
no,
like,
I know that.
Yeah, and they did it. The one that I watched, it was in like the style of like wild thornberries, like it looked like the artist who drew like the wild thornberries, or like that one show that's like a bunch of skater surfer kids on Nickelodeon. Also looks like it was made by like the same people. It looked like that. So imagine like Ronald McDonald with like those weird lips that go like all the way around the mouth, and you know,
yeah. I have an image in my head.
Yeah.
Interesting. No, I knew the McDonald's TV show, nothing about the movies, or like the little, not the TV show, but like the little like videos. Are those the movies that you're talking about?
Maybe. I don't know.
They had little videos, and I remember those, and I remember when the Hamburglar was a thing, because he's not anymore. Nobody knows about him. Anyways, they've been talking in the chats about a bunch of them. A bunch of stuff they grew up watching. Ninja Turtles, He-Man, Thundercats. Ninja Turtles, I know, but I definitely don't know the one that everybody else knows.
I didn't watch Ninja Turtles, but I like babysat kids that watch Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles is rad. It's awesome. Cool. Yeah, and my favorite one is the purple one. But I can't remember his name right now. I feel stupid.
Isn't that Donatello?
Yeah. Yeah, that one's the best one for sure.
The Real Ghostbusters 2. So the Real Ghostbusters, is that the movie?
It's not the movie?
Is that not the movie?
Show? Was there?
Anyways, can't do that, television.
I bet that he was quoting something.
Oh yeah, no, you can't do that, television. I know. I'm just like going through, I'm sharing them all, and I'm just like clicking on the next one. Double Dare. I've heard of Double Dare.
Never heard of that.
I have heard of that.
What is it?
When I say I've heard of it, I mean I don't know. Oh, it was a game show. That's why I heard of it. I was super into game shows.
Really?
It was on Nickelodeon.
Oh, okay. See, okay, I didn't watch as much Nickelodeon as like other kids did. I feel stupid, but I was a lot of Disney Channel stuff, and now going back, like the stuff that's still good was Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. Disney Channel stuff is crap.
I watched Hannah Montana. That's like
it was good, right?
Show that I watched. Oh yeah,
it was
I remember that.
But, like going back, it still is crap. So yeah.
The Monkeys. I did know Double Dare. I'm proud of myself for knowing that one. The Monkeys, Mask, and then we got into Power Rangers. And The Real Ghostbusters is the cartoon based on the movie.
I was going to make a joke that would have made Corey look way older than he is. Than he actually is. I'd be like, oh, that's like that military show. I'm like referring to MASH, but that's super old. And I know that he's not talking about MASH, but I don't know what Mask is.
I don't know Mask either. See, you remember how you got surprised that I watched like 50 shows? And you were also upset that I watch cable sometimes?
Yes, I am.
Or not 50s. Not 50s show, 50s music. I don't watch cable anymore.
I don't remember you telling me that, because I would talk to you about I Love Lucy.
No, that's exactly what I was about to say. I watched I Love Lucy. I was her in my wax museum project, so I watched I Love Lucy. All of like the older like black and white television shows. I tried to get it.
Uh-oh. I'm skipping. I can't see. I don't know if I'm cutting out or if Kayla's cutting out. Can I do anything? Oh no. Should I leave and come back out? This is my fault, isn't it? Oh no. Oh wait. Who cut out there?
It was me, right?
I wasn't. I was like, I'm going to use filler language because what if I'm the one that's on the air? I totally thought I was the one that cut.
My screen went blank.
Oh, no, you froze. And I was like, everything froze again. Oh, no.
I disappeared. Yeah, of course, it's me. That's so stupid. I went out there and I was like, are you guys on the internet? And they were like, no. Anyways, no, but I'm jealous now because Jacob's out there playing Spider-Man.
Ooh. See, okay, but we were talking about I Love Lucy, right?
Sorry, yeah. I Love Lucy. Show, I loved that show.
I showed that to Tim and he's like, this is stupid.
No! Timothy!
Amazing! He doesn't like anything that I like. He doesn't like the movies I show him. He hates all my music. And he hates I Love Lucy. What the crap?
Well, he's just a hater.
You know. But yeah, my mom was obsessed with it. And then my grandparents gave her like the box set.
Oh, that's cool.
So I've seen a lot of I Love Lucy.
No, yeah. I just had to watch it on cable.
Yeah, I don't think I saw like some of the later seasons, like when little Ricky is like a toddler and younger and older. I've seen a little bit of that, but I didn't. I don't think I got those until
for her first kid. They weren't allowed to show a pregnant woman on the air.
Pregnant was a word that had never been said on cable
on
before.
TV.
Yeah, that was the first show
they had
pregnant.
Yep. So she had to hide her first pregnancy, and then she got pregnant the second time, and that's when they let her be pregnant on the show.
Oh, what? I didn't know that. I didn't know that she was pregnant before. Wow.
Yeah. I did a whole project on it. Why do I remember this from my childhood? Jeez Louise.
Because I Love Lucy is great.
No, yeah. I was her in my wax museum project, so I remember like going up to the computers at one point in my LC and like just looking up all this stuff because we had like a specific computer room that wasn't in the library that we were allowed to use.
Yeah.
Anyways, and we had to like work on our wax museum projects, and yeah, I don't know, that was a weird school, but yeah, no, that was like I loved that show, and we got to choose anybody, and I chose Lucille Ball because that's who I wanted to be.
She I love
because I couldn't choose a Power Ranger.
I love that show or that episode where they are talking about it's not the men versus like the women one. It's one where they get left at the restaurant because they're like separate checks. And they're like, oh look, you don't have jobs, and so they have to do all the dishes. And then they're like, oh no, we're gonna have to walk home in the dark, and then the burglar's gonna be like, some burglar's gonna come up to us in the alleyway and be like, your money or your life, and you know where that will lead us. We don't have any money, so we'll die. And they prank them really good, really, really, really good, and they it's so good. That's one of the best. Or the one where Lucy gets a black eye, and did you see that one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I tried to. If they showed on cable after school, I watched it.
Or the one where she pretends she has amnesia. That one was good.
That one was good.
That one was so good.
Yeah, so I watched that. I don't know why, but like I've always been in love with the idea of the 50s. Not like the feminism part. Like I like my rights.
Like now all I can think about is either I Love Lucy or housewifeness. Like that's all I can think about with the 50s or just like mid-century.
No, like I said, I enjoy having rights. But I love the music. I love the shows back then. Life was just people are always like, I was born in the wrong time. I should have been born like when all this classic rock was. No, I want to have been born in the age of like Elvis and like just 50s music, and it's been so good. Anyways, that's my nostalgia. I would jam in my room on my CD player. And my parents would buy me the CDs of like the 50s, like just 50s greatest hits.
Mhm.
And I would jam to that. And that was my main one, or High School Musical. And those were what I would jam to. And it is two very different music
Yeah.
genres.
That's okay though.
Were you there? Was High School Musical big for you?
I was in the 5th grade.
So
Pretty sure it was in the 5th grade. It was big. I was at the time somebody who, if everybody liked it, I would be like super skeptical about it. So I did watch it, right? But I didn't go, oh my gosh, Troy Bolton, he's so
You didn't-
gorgeous. Like I was not. I would be caught dead if I were to say that. And so, yeah, like I did watch it though. I did watch it, and
I loved Second Frown.
been to the high school. I've been to the high school.
That's cool.
I just walked in
You just
during the
walked
school
in.
day, and with my friend. It's in Utah, and we're like, oh no way, this is the cafeteria. And we're like, took some pictures by the lockers, and some security guard was like, oh, are you checking out? Are you here because of High School Musical? I'm like, yeah. They're like, it's okay.
This happens all the time.
Just in the shower.
Really quick, do you watch WandaVision?
I watched the first episode of WandaVision, and Tim was like, this is stupid because it was 1950s. And I'm like, I'm sorry, Tim. I don't know what to tell you. I know that there's a bigger plot going on, but the first one was an I Love Lucy dupe, okay? So, yeah, I haven't seen much. You're frozen. Okay, no, you're back. So, yeah.
You hurt me.
Me?
Right there. Yeah. It's such both of you.
Sorry, I haven't watched more
anyways.
yet. I haven't watched more yet. I bet that it gets better and better. And
This is not a spoiler. In episode 2, I was just thinking about this. They weren't allowed to show married couples in one bed, so they all had twin beds.
that was
actually-
always so weird.
WandaVision actually did that.
Yeah.
Vision and Wanda were in separate beds in
Yeah.
episode 2. And so I thought that was interesting that like Marvel kept with it on that. That's my Marvel conversation for the day. I know I'm not supposed to, so it does.
Yeah,
Wait,
I know.
now I'm allowed to talk about it.
Yeah.
It does. But
I
you have to
know.
like trippy. Yeah.
Yeah. I know that I've
Is
seen
Kurt still in the chat? Is he writing it? Or is he watching this? Is he watching it?
I
Not
don't know.
writing. Is he writing our art check? No. Is he watching still? Because I
You
think
can-
he watches it.
Yeah.
Because I need somebody in the chat that watches it.
Well,
Oh, I'm so alone.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Goodness gracious.
I watched the first episode.
Yeah, can we get together and we'll watch Powerpuff Girls and WandaVision?
Don't you like live across the street from me now?
I do. I literally live right
I
there.
went on a walk and I went through like your apartment complex at one point. I was like, Kayla lives somewhere in here.
You have to come over. It's such a nerdy little apartment.
We have 2 couches now.
I know, you told me.
We have a big couch now.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I need to come over.
We have
Have
a
you
big-
even ever met Jacob?
Yeah, I came over once. I don't really know. He had a face mask on, so I don't know what his face looked like very well. I mean, I've seen pictures, but
Great, yeah. No, he's real. He exists. But no, yeah. Gotta love quarantine.
yeah.
Anyways, yeah, we do. We need to hang out and actually watch it. Yeah, you should spring for Disney Plus. Get Disney Plus. Everybody should get Disney Plus. We have a watch party for WandaVision every Friday night.
Really?
Yeah, we have a watch party.
You need to see. Oh, okay. You need
wait.
Disney Plus because you need to see The Mandalorian. Okay.
She just got fired.
Yeah, I heard about that. Tim told me, he's like, guess what happened today? Because somebody doesn't know that when you're working for Disney, especially Star Wars, what you say online matters. Anyways, so that in case you don't know, the buff girl got let go.
Which sucks because I liked her.
I liked her. I liked that there was a buff girl. I didn't think her acting was peak, but I liked that there was a buff girl.
I just like, yeah, I liked her character.
Yeah. I don't mind if she's saying mean stuff about people that aren't like her. But yeah. Anyways.
Yeah,
so
when you work for Disney, your social media
you
matters.
you can't be talking about people like that. Anyways, so you need Disney Plus. You need to watch The Mandalorian. You need to watch Pedro Pascal be super slick. You need to see the baby.
He's adorable.
I know that you've seen the baby, right? But you need to watch
my little baby shirt.
You need to watch the baby because it is a treasure. Like, I mean that in like the most serious way possible. Like,
if you're gonna talk about the Mandalorian,
nobody does animatronics anymore. Nobody does puppets, but freaking Star Wars does, and the freaking baby is all. He's all. There's 6 people running this cute little child's body, and it's a work of art. You need it. You need it. Okay.
If you just want to ever talk about Star Wars, I'm just going to grab Jacob for the night and you and him can talk about it and I'll sit off to the side.
Like
on Archeck. You guys can have a Star Wars Archeck and I'll
for me,
just be there for the art.
I flip out over like, oh my gosh, this was not done in a computer. Like, and they do that. So like
no, that show, The Mandalorian, is fantastic. I will admit I mainly watched it for Baby Yoda. Yeah. But I think it's genuinely a good show. I used to be of the mindset where if they take away Baby Yoda, I'm not going to watch it anymore. But honestly, the main reason I watch it now is because I get to watch Jacob watch it. And that's better than anything.
I've never seen his eyes like this.
He's so expressive about it, and he just gets so excited. Like, he knew that spoilers.
If you just mute us for a little bit, we'll start waving.
I'm literally just gonna say like one sentence. So spoilers. He knew that Boba Fett was coming back before I even knew what it was. Like, I knew who he was, but will there be a Teen Yoda? Like Teen Groot.
No,
probably not because of the age. He ages so slow because of how his species is. Like, technically he's like 50 years old or something, but that means he's only like 2 years old, and so basically the show would have to fast forward like a couple hundred years, which would mean that because it happens in between episode 6 and episode 7.
What does?
The Mandalorian.
Oh, okay.
Timeline wise.
Episodes of The Mandalorian. I'm like, I don't know what she's saying.
No.
Yeah, I get it.
I would pay for this.
That'd be so cute. It's all Disney. All right, are spoilers over?
Yes, spoilers are over. Come back.
Spoilers are over. Okay.
Anyways, so we got off topic, but I did watch Star Wars when I was younger. Star Wars actually is a nostalgia point for me. Everybody thinks that Marvel is a nostalgia point for me, and that's why I like it so much. It actually is not nostalgia for me.
They're too, Marvel isn't nostalgic to anybody yet. You know what I'm saying?
Can be. No, because it can be because when I remember the Iron Man like 2 commercials coming out, and then I remember the Avengers commercials coming out. So for people that were like slightly older than me that read the comics, I have learned that Marvel is nostalgic for them.
Oh, okay. So comics, yes, but like Avengers came out when I was in high school.
Yeah, it came out when I was like 6th grade probably. And so it's not nostalgic for me, but it is becoming nostalgic for people. But no, that's not why I like it. I actually got into Marvel when I was like 18.
I didn't get into it until the Avengers.
Never.
And all my friends were like, oh my gosh, the Avengers, blah. We need to watch all the movies before it. And I was friends with those people, so I watched them. And I didn't really care. And then I watched the Avengers, and I thought the Avengers was good. So That's how I kind of got started on that. And then
That's actually what we're about to watch
mean-
tonight.
but like Spider-Man, that's the only one where it's like, yeah, I've seen those. Like
Which ones?
all of them.
Good.
Like Tobey Maguire and on. Yeah.
Which one is your favorite?
Oh, I don't know. I like spoilers. The one where Gwen dies, like that one.
Which actor?
The one where Gwen dies. That's the only.
Does she
one
only die once? Is that Andrew Garfield?
Yeah. No. Yeah, that's Andrew Garfield.
I thought so.
British
I was
guy,
about to say.
right? Yeah.
No, the British guy is Tom Holland.
Oh well, Andrew Garfield is also British.
Oh, is he?
He's in Doctor Who. He's in a couple of episodes of
I
Doctor
didn't
Who.
realize that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was also British. You know that they're all coming back? Can we wait?
Yes!
Can we talk about Marvel now?
I know this because I do like Spider-Man. Yes.
Is
this
this permission for me to talk about Marvel?
No, Spider-Man.
But he's Marvel.
Yeah, let's talk about Spidey.
Okay, cool. So yeah, they're bringing him back. I have a theory. First off, wait, before we get into this, if you want to find my stuff, go to @thecomeback_KLD, and that is where you can find my art. You will be able to see the newest project that I'm working on. It is also a personal page where I talk about mental health and improving from there, overcoming trauma, all that type of stuff. I've been trying to hit it all on my Instagram @thecomeback_KLD. Twitter is also @thecomeback_KLD. I don't really use it. I only use it to post when we're going live, when Emily reminds me to post.
Mm-hmm.
But it's there. If you want to find Emily's stuff, go to @Gumanelli. Her basically everywhere that you go, if you type in Gumanelli, she's there. She does not even go by Emily on this show. She just goes by Gumanelli. You can see her hat, Gumanelli. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, website, Etsy, all of that @Gumanelli. Go find her.
Say Facebook, Twitter.
I did say Facebook.
Trinity of social media. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
And then I'm saving this. Her, who's in the chats, and he will be here next week. I want to promote his new show.
Yes.
Is irsagency.com, right? And that takes you.
It's not what you think it is. It's not.
It's not. It's the indie review show. So it's super cool. So they're talking about comics right now, but they're also going to talk about movies and books and all of that stuff. So that go there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
Go
enough.
there.
It's only been on once, but it's him and Josh Kemble. They stopped doing their Archeck, so we are now Archeck. Ronnie, you're not late. We're about to talk about Spider-Man, so it's not going to be art anymore.
After hours.
Yeah. So, anyways, go check him out because I think it's super cool. Crimson Owl Comics, we've been promoting him, and then Frank as well in the chat. Salazar Art Nation. Go check out everybody. Go check out people. Go get into the community more because we've been doing it and it's super fun. Anyways, I have a Spider-Man theory. Everybody, this is my time to shine. I have a Spider-Man theory. Okay. So, you haven't seen WandaVision, so I can't go full into theory. But okay. Basically, wait, it's not about taxes. Unsubscribe. No,
unsubscribed.
Unsubscribed. No, it's not about taxes. It's actually super cool though. I watched the first episode.
You're gonna spend money watching this show.
Yeah, you're gonna spend money on comics.
Like I already know that I really want to buy Lady Killer, which is on. They have a reading list so that you can know what's coming up next. I really want to get Lady Killer. I'm just gonna wait for the review, basically. But I'm pretty sure I want to watch or get Lady Killer. So, Yup.
Sorry, I ate a chicken nugget because I thought you were about to be talking.
Nuggies. What?
Frank in the chat just said he needs to have me on his show. I'll give you full access to talk Marvel. Frank, I am so down. Name a day, a week, and a time. I will be there. I will talk Marvel with anybody all day, every day. I'm way more into MCU than I am the comics simply because I can't afford comics right now.
And also the comics is like, where do you start?
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I have a theory. So in the end of Spider-Man Far From Home. Also, if you haven't seen Spider-Man Far From Home, nobody can get on to me about spoilers because Far From Home came out like 2 years ago or something.
Yeah.
So, or a year ago.
You've had the whole quarantine.
And you've had the whole quarantine, so this isn't my fault.
If you didn't watch it during quarantine,
you can't get mad at me.
Yeah.
At the end of Far From Home, Mysterio tells J. Jonah Jameson, well, Mysterio dies, but then J. Jonah Jameson, well, technically he dies, but actually it's not proven that he dies, but he gets left on the, and it's a whole thing. Is he dead? Nobody technically knows. Anyways, J. Jonah Jameson comes across the fact that Mysterio planted a video saying that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, which is Tom Holland's Peter Parker. What I think is going to happen, because everybody's been saying, how is he going to get out of this one? I don't think that it's going to become Into the Spider-Verse the way that everybody thinks it's going to be. I don't think that it's going to incorporate like Miles Morales and all this stuff.
Oh, but that would be cool.
It would be cool, but I think that they are bringing in Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield to also be Spider-Man. So this way, they can wear Tom Holland's suit and then basically give Tom Holland an alibi so then his Peter Parker's identity is no longer revealed and then he can continue being Spider-Man sneakily. And not everybody's going to know a secret.
You know what? I haven't even thought about how they're tying this together. I was just excited to see all of the Spider-Man come together.
But I think doesn't that make sense though?
Yeah.
Because everybody keeps on calling him the next Tony Stark. And I think that would be awesome, but I don't think that I think Tony Stark had such character development that Peter Parker is just too young to have hit the point where he can be like, I'm Spider-Man, the way that Tony Stark said, I am Iron Man.
Yeah.
So I think that that's my theory.
Yeah. I honestly want to see like everything mash up. Like, I don't even care if it's cohesive. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even care if it's
strange then.
If it's on the timeline, don't care. You know what I mean? Like, if it was just some weird standalone, I'd eat it up.
Sorry, I'm eating nuggets because I haven't eaten dinner yet, and I left them off to the side.
I haven't eaten dinner yet, but I think I'm going to order pizza. Get some Yeah.
If you don't want, like, something, like, super trippy or whatever, apparently the newest Doctor Strange movie that is coming out is Marvel's first horror movie.
I didn't really like Doctor Strange, but
I did not like it either.
So like the end part where the time stone and they're like in this time loop, I was like, this is Marvel. The same thing over and over again. I had this revelation of like, I don't think I'm into this anymore. Of like, I don't think I'm into watching the same show over and over again and with different heroes. And but I'd be so down to see some Marvel horror. I heard that there was something about, I don't know. I didn't watch it because I'm really bad at keeping up with movies. But
it's called Multiverse of Madness. It's not out yet. But I have kept my ear. I keep my ear to the ground about MCU stuff.
Can we jump ship just a tiny bit because we talked about horror and our episode was about nostalgia?
Sure.
Did you ever watch read Scary Stories to Read in the Dark?
I steer clear of all horror.
Did you know that book? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I've heard of it.
Do you know what it looks like?
No.
It's it's like,
I'm sorry.
I'll pull it up. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
That's awesome. Venom had a Tom Holland cameo, but it was cut out because Sony didn't have permission to use Spidey because this whole Sony and Disney thing.
I like Venom. All right.
I want to see it.
My screen. It's got banned in some schools and stuff because it was scary. Yeah. Can you see it?
I didn't realize I was muted. No.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't like that. I dislike all of that very much. That is not a children's book. That's gonna give me nightmares.
So they made a movie with Guillermo del Toro. So it was good. Also, this was practical. Also, not CGI. This is practical. So it was amazing. Just for that fact. But there was stuff in there that made me cry as a kid. But I also was like, I'm a brave kid. Keep reading.
Did I tell you that I don't? Did I ever tell you why I don't watch scary movies? It's super embarrassing for me.
What?
I realized that I don't have a tolerance for horror.
Yeah.
Because, okay, when did Twilight come out? This is bad.
Do you consider that horror?
No, I don't.
I'm like, please.
I was little. I was little when it came out. Okay.
You're little? What?
I'm like,
no, you're not that much younger than me. I was in high school or middle school. I was in middle school. I was in middle school. Maybe
it came out in 2008.
Yep, I was in 8th grade. What?
I was like 7.
What?
2008? I was either 7 or 8.
What? I was like 13.
What? Emily, I was born in 1999. Wait, am I doing my math wrong? I have to be doing my math wrong.
What?
I was 9. My bad. I did my math wrong. Sorry.
You were that young?
Yeah. Which means I was probably 8. I was probably 8.
I was old enough to have read it, and my mom wasn't like, what are you reading? You know what I mean? Like, it was a romance novel.
No. I was 8 when the movie came out. And I had not been told about vampires before. Like, my family just didn't really talk about that stuff. And so they put on Twilight.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to watch it with everybody. I didn't know what it was about.
You're like, there's people that drink people's blood? What?
So it freaked me out a little bit. And I was 8. And then they started.
You didn't know what vampires were.
No.
Like, Twilight is what educated you about what vampires were?
Yeah. And then, like, I mean, I think I heard of them, but, like, I had never, like, it never clicked. I was 8. Can I continue?
Yeah, I'm just really feel so old right now.
the scene where he's, like, shoving her into mirrors and stuff. So, like, Edward and, like, the Cullen family didn't freak me out. But when she was being thrown into mirrors, and, like, I mean, I was 8, and there was, like, blood everywhere, and they were going crazy, and these vampires were, like, attacking her because she was human. It freaked me out. And so,
that happened.
Yeah, and then I never watched the end of the movie where it all was resolved because I got freaked out, so I left. And I was 8, and I couldn't sleep.
Aww.
For like days because I thought that a vampire was going to come in through my window. And so, anyways, being that Twilight freaked me out so bad when I was 8, I have not watched a Twilight movie, or not a Twilight movie. I have not watched a horror movie ever because I feel like if that scared me, there is not much hope. Also, clowns scare me too much.
Clowns, that's okay. People have a thing with clowns.
I'm afraid of clowns and butterflies and all that. Right? Go watch our Fears episode. I'm a child.
That was such a good episode, by the way. If you haven't seen that,
if you haven't seen the Fears episode and you want to be entertained,
you're in for a treat.
You'll hear about my fear of AI that was gifted to me.
It was. Do you know what was really gifted to us was that joke? So like. Go watch it.
You know what I'm going to do? For our 100th episode, I'm going to download that episode and just pick up that one part.
Yeah, like
I
we've
don't even
never gone back and rewatched a part of 48 Hour Archeck before,
accept
except for that episode. So
that episode. You will see the true working of my
oh, by the way, we
my
need
brain.
to know. I want you to know something, Kayla.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're. I mean, like,
How am I? I'm literally
but
4 years older than you, or younger than you.
like
That's not big.
I know, but it's just because like Twilight kind of defined like the teenage experience of most of the girls that are my age.
No, I was 8.
You know what I mean? Like that was like I was like 12 or something when like the book Twilight hit, right? And it continued for years until the last movie stopped. So that was like a huge part of coming of age for many a girl my age. So like that's just so weird to me that like you were baby.
Yeah, I was little.
My little sisters were babies during that, and they appreciate Twilight, and so it shouldn't be that shocking to me.
No, I appreciate Twilight now. I just had never understood the concept of werewolves or vampires, and
that's the other part that freaks me out. How was that the first time that like it never occurred to me that there are children, or just they're not children now, but like people who like that was their first exposure to those creatures, because it's not like that was the
like
show
I had
that
heard
started
about
all the
Dracula.
cheesy vampire werewolf like love triangle trope. Like that's where it started.
Mhm.
So like this is so
I had heard about Dracula, but it wasn't like that was like the first time I ever saw anything, read anything vampire.
Huh.
I think actually that was the first time I read anything werewolf too. But then I read Harry Potter. Sparkling vampires didn't scare you. They didn't scare me either. It wasn't the sparkling part. It was just the part where she was shoved into the window and there was a lot of, or in the mirrors, and there was a lot of blood and everybody was jumping around.
They kept ripping the other ones apart. I mean,
I was 8.
I can get that. It was just so much more enthralling in the book. Like the movie is a way more boring version of the book.
Yeah, and they were ripping people's limbs off, and it just like it was one of those things where it was like, these things are freaking indestructible, and they're gonna come because when you're 8, everything that's scary is gonna come for you.
Do you know what scared me when I was like that? Maybe not 8. Maybe I was 8. Signs, the aliens and Signs.
Ooh, nope, never watched that.
So Signs isn't actually that scary. There's just like a couple scenes where there's scary imagery, I guess, of like, they have really long, dark hands, right? So like there's moments of like, oh, that was scary, but it's not a scary movie, really. It's more like a thriller type thing. Anyways, there's this point that was genuinely terrifying to me as a child where they're watching the news and there's footage of the alien and it's walking across this alleyway. And it's really lanky, and it scared the crap out of me. And like that was one of those things where every night as a kid, I thought it was chasing me up the stairs. Like my imagination just told me that it was there trying to catch me.
I'm probably gonna regret this, but on Tuesday, I'm not going to watch anything horror, and you cannot show me pictures of clowns.
Okay.
Or scary things, but you can talk about like horror stuff and watch me squirm. That will be my Tuesday episode. So long as I do get a Marvel episode at some point.
Yeah,
that's my
100th
deal.
Episode?
I know, but we need to talk to Kerr and see if he'll do that one too. But that will be Tuesday's episode. I do have to go though, because I forgot that I promised all of my friends that I would watch a Marvel movie with them 20 minutes ago.
You've given me such a gift to part with, so.
Did they sparkle in the book? I think so. Yes, that's how she found out that he was a vampire. It was because they were in the woods and he took off his shirt and he was sparkling because they had to skip school. They had to skip school on sunny days.
Yeah, they sparkled in the book. It was a major part of it. A lot of the mechanics all of the mechanics were still there. So the amber eyes, the sparkliness.
Yeah.
Those were all there.
Anyway.
The movie was just a less entertaining version of the book, really. So.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyways, I have to head out because people are in my living room and I am the worst. And I'm pretty sure that they're watching this Archeck waiting for me to end it.
Oh my gosh.
Bye, guys.